Hi guys, my name is Imran, and today we both are here to talk about this new game which I have developed called the bird shooting game. He's my cousin, his name is Faraz, and we both are going to talk about this game and tell you what it's all about.
So, Mr. Imran here. I want to ask you that can you tell me something about this bird shooting game of yours?
So this bird shooting game is just like every other game wherein there'll be a lot of birds coming and you need to shoot them. However, in this bird shooting game, you can also score points as well as there's a time limit that you need to complete the game in.
So, what makes the game so interesting?
What makes it so interesting are in fact there are a lot of things that makes it interesting. The very first thing I want to talk about is the time limit. This idea came to my mind when I was watching a TV program wherein you're supposed to complete a task within X amount of time. What happens is when you've been given a time that you need to complete this task in like 30 seconds or 1 minute,
1 minute.
it builds a lot of tension in your head that you're supposed to complete that task only during that time, within that time. So I think that's pretty interesting about this game. It will constantly keep you tensed that time is ticking and you're supposed to complete the scores which each level has.
I have heard a lot about interesting characters in your game. For example, your Birdman game. The Birdman person.
Yeah, actually, people who played my game, they were asking about this Birdman. In fact, my brother was quite like this Birdman character, and every time I'm playing the game, he asks me to especially kill the Birdman just to hear his sound
Okay.
and the way he screams, and all that stuff. Um, so this Birdman is basically is someone who looks like a bird and he's got wings and everything.
Okay.
He will come any time during the any level, and accidentally if you shoot him, you're going to lose all the progress, no matter which level you are at. You're going to lose all of it, and you have to
Then it will
restart
start
the
from
game.
starting.
Right. So the best part is that when you're playing especially on advanced level and the birds are constantly coming really fast and you're just hitting them tuck 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 and all of a sudden you accidentally click on Birdman, you lose all the progress and you say shit, I just was supposed to make like 100 more score and I had only like 10 more seconds but I lost everything. So that's what makes
Something
it more
interesting
interesting.
about the
Yeah.
game. Yeah. Tell me about some other characters of your game. What you done in that game?
Then after that there's this dragon
Okay.
basically. So some people will say that this is a bird game, so how come a dragon is coming? And that's a thought that came to my mind. However, I wanted a dragon in the game. I'm quite fantasized with dragons, and since childhood, I've heard stories about dragons and seen them in movies, and I really wanted this dragon to be in this game. So basically, we were shooting birds in the jungle and at different places, and this dragon is somewhere close by, and we've just been shooting the birds. So with that sound, the dragon wakes up, and you can't really kill the dragon, so you need to put him back to sleep.
Back to sleep.
Yes, so when you play the game, it's very interesting and it's very tricky to put him back to sleep in this game. So when you play the game is when you'll explore how to kill him, and if you're not, then I will share the trick with you.
How did you get the idea about this making the game?
That's a good question. One fine day, I was doing programming JavaScript, and I was learning this chapter called animation, and I did some cool stuff with animation, and I called my sister, and I showed it to her. See, this is what I've achieved. This is what I've accomplished. And she said, "Okay, so you can animate things. Can you make a bird fly?" And I said to her, "Yes, I can." Then she said that if you can make a bird fly, then can you make a game wherein we are quite
Imagine you
fantasizing.
can do.
Yeah, I can still remember when I was a child. Uh, we used to play that small game, which is wherein
Killing birds.
we were supposed to kill the birds,
Birds.
and there will be a man who will come holding the bird and things like that. So I remember those days, and I thought I want to make it something really simple. So that's where the idea came in.
I have seen you working really hard while developing this game, no? I've seen you.
Yeah.
And I could see you awake at night, constantly sitting and with your laptop. So why you are doing these things? Why? What makes you perfect to do this all the games to make this
So you mean to say what challenges,
What challenges
I
you
faced in making this game? So it was a very small idea to make a bird shooting game, but it is when I started making it, new ideas started creeping into my mind. My sister and my brother used to challenge me a lot. You know, they used to tell me, "Oh, okay, now you've got all the birds flying. Now, can you do this? Can you do that?" I remember my when I almost completed the game and I showed it to my sister. She said that I think your game that you made is very tough and I'm not able to beat it. I think there should be an option for the users who are not so skilled as you are. As you are a gamer and you've been playing games since childhood, so there could be possibility there will be some people who might not be able to. So you need to give options to the users to play at a beginner mode as well, and then you should have options on advanced mode.
advanced.
So that's where the idea came in. My brother used to say, can you go ahead and make, this, make that. And I used to say to them that, you guys keep on asking me to put new stuff into it. What goes behind it is something that takes a lot of time. But with God's grace, I took that challenge and I was quite motivated. And the very next morning, I go back to my sister and say that this is what it is, and you asked me to put the options to give the user ability to change the modes to advanced and beginner, and here it is. Here's what I've done, and the feeling that I have once I accomplish something is absolutely amazing.
Can you explain me your journey and challenges you faced while making this game? What challenges you faced? Its issues, what are the issues of making this game?
I've been making this game for about almost 2 weeks now.
Okay.
In the first week, the game was almost complete. But after making it, the errors I would get, for example, when you shoot a bird, uh, you know, I would wonder that when I'm written some code, why on earth the other birds are carrying the blood on their shoulder and I've shot only one bird. So that was quite funny, and there will be times when things won't work, and I'm just thinking what to do, and just sitting with that, trying different stuff. Exactly, and I was like totally crazy. But I was very dedicated with it. I thought, no, I have to complete it. I would go to my brother asking him, what needs to be done. But I'm thankful to him that, he always encourages me to accomplish things on my own, not just, like a spoon feeding wherein I'll go to him and say that this is what I need to do, and he will do everything for me. So I quite like the fact he every time tells me that go ahead and find it yourself, do the brainstorming, do the Google search, do everything possible, and at last if you're not able to do it, then come to me. And I think that's a very very nice way of learning, because when I do that, I'm not only learning one thing, but I'm also learning 10 other things on the way of finding that particular thing. So
from one path you find another.
absolutely. And I also remember the times even when I'm eating food or doing some other work, there is some constant thought coming to my mind. Okay, how do I actually make the bird fly? How do I let the dragon fly? How do I make him fire? So different things would come to my mind, and I would immediately want to finish my food and go back to my laptop and just try that code or whatever I thought.
Solve the problems.
Exactly. So that was really interesting. The journey has been really really nice these 2 weeks. I thought I'd complete it like 1 week's time, but it just went on, and every time I would like to show this game to my sister or my brother or other people in the house, they would say, "Can you add this? Can you add that function? Can you add this feature?"
So, what programming language you have used to make this game? What is the logic behind it?
So I have used JavaScript. In fact, the beauty of this game is that the entire game is built on the JavaScript language. I've not used PHP or any other language as such. Even if you check the HTML also, I've not written much on that. So that's the beauty of the game, and the power of JavaScript is something that's simply amazing, and what you can accomplish is brilliant. And I think that's what brings me into this programming field and developing field. I'm thankful to my brother that he got me into this, uh, wherein whatever is going on in my mind that I want to accomplish this, I'm able to do that. So it's a very creative thing that I'm doing right now. So whatever I'm thinking in my mind, whatever is there, I can see that on the system. And making the computer do what you really want to do,
What do you think
once you
it
achieve
should?
it, the feeling is absolutely amazing.
How can we play this game? From where, which source we can play?
So this game is basically currently on the online. In fact, I wanted to publish on Play Store first.
Okay.
However, a lot of my friends and cousins have asked me that they really want to play the game. They can't wait. They've heard good things about it. So I put it on online. You can go onto imransayed.com, imransayed.com/bird-game, and you can play it there. The experience of playing it on the computer or laptop will be a lot different than what you played on mobile.
Mobile. Mobile version is different.
Absolutely. So made some changes when you play it on the mobile. Like for example, you have a different background altogether. There'll be some new interesting things in the mobile itself. So you will have both options available.
Will there be any performance issues since we are playing this game? Any issues?
So since this game is built on JavaScript, definitely the performance may vary depending on the type of device you're using. I don't see any challenges if you use it on the computer or PC, but on mobile, depending on what kind of mobile you're using, whether it supports JavaScript or not. And I feel
It's
that
depend upon mobiles.
absolutely, and I think currently because it's online, and there are a lot of some heavy files that needs to be downloaded, like your music file and images. So at times you might find, oh, the sound of the gun is not coming. So actually, probably the internet speed that you have, it may not be good, and that's why it may not be able to download. But I think the first few times when you play this game and when the internet is able to cache that data and the game assets, then you should not have any problems the next time.
At last, what do you want to say about this whole game? What do you learn? What do you have experienced? What at last something?
This is my first game.
Summary.
Basically, I'm still learning, and I think that I feel really good about it because it was just a small idea, and what it is turned now into is something that I never expected. Uh, and to be able to achieve what I really wanted to is definitely a great feeling.
Thank you.
So thank you guys. Thank you for watching this video. Go ahead and play the game and share your views. If you have any questions, you can also write to me. There's an email address on there, so you can write there as well. So thank you very much.